then he was killed. So I find that very interesting.
How was he killed?
Huh? By a drunk driver.
Oh, so it was an accident.
Yeah, it was an accident. He didn't take his life. He knew about it. He was only 32 or something like that. So I know these things, so I know that people, I don't know what to predict my own, but he was very intuitive. I had to get the gift from him and then from his mother. And for those who are interested, my son has a gift as I do. At 23, he's probably more gifted than I was, or I remember, though I saved my life at 23. I was in Pharaoh's Ice Cream Parlor, for those who remember, and I knew to get out of there. I was only 23. He's 23. My daughter doesn't have the gift. She has dreams once in a while, but nothing compared to, and she's 27. So I find it real interesting. So anyway, Chuck's over there in the corner. I don't know if you're going to work now. Are you leaving here to go to work tonight?
No, I got the night off.
You got the night off, so you're probably getting...
I have a couple days off.
You get a couple of days off a week? How can I help you tonight, Chuck?
I don't know. I came here just out of interest, really.
Out of interest?
Yeah.
Have you ever been here before?
I've been here to the Spirit of Grace.
Have you been here, Spirit of Grace?
Yeah,
and what's your interest for tonight? I know a little about you and your interest in the predictions, but this is an interesting arena. So if you start asking me questions, I could answer other questions for you if you'd like.
Well, do you see any kind of spirit associated with me right now?
Okay, hold on, I'm looking. Even though in this lifetime you act and dress like a cowboy, you don't necessarily are a cowboy in Indians. I know that you work what we call a night shift and what we call a body job, but you do have a crowd of people around you, and they almost look like, it's interesting because we were talking about hunters. I need to ask you, I hear the word Dutch. What nationality groups are you from? Are you from German, Dutch?
Scotch, Irish.
I heard the word Dutch.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing that. What, Nancy?
I said, that's us.
No, I'm not reading you, though. I'm hearing one of the people in your group. No, I don't usually never blend. It's so rare that I do that because I've done so many readings. So one of the men in your group said, call me Dutch. So if you have ways of checking into family, because it may not be a nationality as much as a name, okay, I rarely ever hear names. When I do, go hold on to it, I got to say it. You have a group of people around you. As with the young man up here, Miners, I hear pioneer. Okay? Do you know about, just to stay with it. And the man who was in front of me kind of looks like Lee Marvin in that movie, Paint Your Wagon. You remember that movie? That's a feeling I get that time period also. And I think he called himself Dutch, but I'm not positive. All right? Can you remember that and check into it?
This is somebody...
This is your family. This is someone that's around you right now. He's right in front of your face. I'm looking right through him to see you. And what's interesting, he's showing me, I don't know how to explain it. Remember I said the same vision with the man holding the rifle? This man is showing me his world as he was alive, or all other family members. I'm seeing a whole crowd of people all around him, like a town almost. But I don't know why. It gives me the impression you have a whole bunch of people with you. You have more than one person. You have a group of people with you. But I'm not positive I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a whole bunch of people with you. A little bit more than I usually see. It's not necessarily to give you protection, but you might have asked for some assistance or some help and you're getting it. Okay? Not to worry. Not to hold on. Not to worry. Who's talking? Woman's talking to me. Tall, slim woman, a long neck. She's telling me to tell you not to worry. It's a reference to what you and I know about. Time will be made. Remember our conversations? Remember you called me and talked to me for a while? And your concerns?
Yeah.
Okay, not to worry. You'll be fine.
I wonder who she is.
She's a pretty woman, long-waisted. I want to say she must be family. Also garbed in attire. A slender woman, but older. She looks like she's 70 years old to me. Longer neck, pointed nose. I want to call her a very attractive older woman. Looks like she's about 70 years old. Do you have pictures of family? Do you have pictures of family?
Yeah.
Okay, slim. I want to say she looks in old attire before the 20s. See if you can find pictures of a long, tall woman, your tall family, I want to say long waist. Even as an older woman, 70, she was slimmer. Okay? Long arms. Okay. Long arms, long hands. Okay? She's doing this to me.
She might be my
Long arms, long.
great-grandma.
Yeah, look at the pictures of her if you have any, because long arms, long hands. She actually made me push my arms out like this. It wasn't me. Okay? We were talking about long arms and hands earlier. Okay? Ask me a question.
The only thing I can think of as far as the question is, I was wondering about past lives. Can you get any
Yeah,
feedback on
okay, hold on. I want to know who that man was earlier. Dutch? Do you have I can't remember, do you have an older male child?
From my other marriage?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Older male child?
Yeah, 10 and a half.
How old is this guy, 14?
No, 10 and a half.
10 and a half? I get in that you have a past life with an older male child and heavy karma. The karma is very tight together. So I'm being asked to show a lifetime why I'm being shown this. What's that boy's name again?
Charles?
Charles, and is he the oldest male in the family?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm being told that at 14, I'm supposed to be telling you something of 14. I don't know what that means. The heavy karma between these two men, between you and this child. I'm being shown a lifetime. Having a hard time holding on to it if you can hook into it. I'm being shown a wagon. I want to say European. I want to say Black Death, Black Plague. What year was that? Anybody know? 750? 750? You know when the Black Plague? 1700s?
No, 1500.
1500?
Something like that.
Okay, I'm being shown you with a pitchfork and the boy with a pitchfork, and you're taking care of people from the Black Plague. And you worked as a team together. You're not relatives at that time, but you were family. You were close, not father and son. For some reason, I feel like even if your relationship in this lifetime is not harmonious always, there is a close bonding that's going to happen in this lifetime because you were so tight in that lifetime. A trust level was established and you decided to come in this lifetime together. I'm not talking about your, pardon me, I don't want me, wives. I'm not talking about your children in this relationship. I'm talking about this boy. Okay? Are you close to this boy in this lifetime?
Pretty much.
Pretty much?
I don't see him a lot, but
That's okay, because the relationship you will have in the future has nothing to necessarily do with now. Okay? Now here 14 is important. It'd be interesting for you to listen to old readings of ours, see if I mention this. Because in this lifetime, I know that you'll have to be close because you were close in that lifetime. You asked about past lives, and I find interesting that it's better to find out who you're tied with karmically and get a past life than you arbitrarily find out who you are. Okay? I did a past life, someone did a past life on me, and I found myself in a dungeon about ready to get the knife thrown down at me. I said, why am I being murdered in a dungeon? I mean, it was too unusual. Do you understand? So I was confused. Why just show me when I'm about ready to be executed? What benefit does that have? See? So I didn't get any story with that. And when I said to the past life regressionist, why am I here? It doesn't make any sense to me. So what I do is not to have that happen to you. I always find a karmic connection between someone in the family. Okay? So then to back up, when I asked the regressionist, why was I being shown this life? It was interesting because she had me back up to when I was married and had a child, and that child is my child in this lifetime, my daughter. But until she backed me up to show me that, I had no idea. So to get away from having that happen to other people, I always tie it to a family member. And when I asked your spirit, show me a past life of someone important to Chuck, I was shown this male child and that past life together. Do you understand why I did that?
yeah.
Now, I want to ask you, you asked about a past life. Is there something of interest to you that's important to you that you want to know about?
Not in particular.
Not, you're just curious what I would come up first.
What's that mean?
You were just curious to what I might say first?
Yeah, just for curiosity.
Okay, doesn't mean that you didn't have a past life with Crystal, the girl, your other kids. But there's a strong karmic connection between you and this boy, and that's important. All right? Even if you don't see him, it's important. All right? Your souls know each other, are bonded. Very tight. All right, Chuck?
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can do for you? This is a really nice arena if you want to come for spiritual classes until you do move to Nevada or whatever,
Yeah.
because they do have a variety of awakening classes, I call it. I've sent a lot of people to your classes only because I know that you're not threatening. There's a lot of people out there teaching classes, and you have to do it there. I mean, this is a much more easier environment to learn in Open Doors, for you girls too. I know it's kind of a drive for you, but of all the people I've known to teach classes, they do it more frequently, more diversity, and it's easier on your spirit. Okay? All right, Chuck?
Yeah.
I encourage you and Crystal to come. I think she would enjoy it too.
Yeah, I think she will.
Yeah. Other than your sleeping patterns are being just really disrupted, we did talk about your sleep patterns, but you're only sleeping for the first 2 hours of your sleep period. The rest of it, I'm not sleeping very well. I don't know if it's your the bedding material or it's too warm or whatever. Would you look into that?
I'm having a lot of dreams.
I know you are, but I'm not sure I know why they're being created unless you're going through a personal turmoil or the person we talked about is attacking you.
Yeah.
You might want to talk to them about psychic attacks
Well,
or impressions.
The dreams pertain to other than her.
Okay.
A lot of them do.
Are they?
It's different. I don't know. A lot of them are symbolic, and they don't make sense. And a lot of them are just. It seems like it's like you turn on the TV and just being entertained or something. You know, here's a new storyline.
Don't always. I can't go through them all with you now, but I do feel like that all your dreams are not your creation, and that's important. You may need to learn to. There's a book called Lucid Dreaming. Is it one of the better dream books out? Dream controlling books out?
Yeah, that's one of them.
That's the one I read years ago, and of course I thought it was great. Huh?
Creative dreaming is good too. I got lucid dreaming. I've got that up here.
Chuck, when the class is over, ask her to show you those 2 books and learn to control the environment of your dreams.
They're just little pocket books.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you could control the dreams, you could find out why you're having them, if you're having that many. Because a lot of dreams are symbolic and ways of working them out. But you and I talked, and they were quite involved. And you need to maybe get control of the dream, meaning learn to put your hands in front of your face and take control of the dream. And ask questions of the participants. Why are you here? And you can do that. Okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
Okay, doke. All right? Okay. Well, I'm getting to this side of the room. I'll go to the lady. We met outdoors. I didn't want to keep you and make you last because we met you first. And what's your first name?
Mary Jane.
Glad to meet you, Mary Jane. You have a very soft spirit. Have you been in the metaphysics world before? It's interesting because when I met you out there, I felt 2 levels of your spirit overlap. It's kind of like you're an old soul, but you're very intuitive. So I didn't know if you were a reader or if you've been in metaphysics before.
Yes, I studied it, and there's certain other things that you're talking about that.
Okay, well, I don't remember.
Well, like maybe I'm reading you thing, something you're thinking about.
Oh, okay. So what was your face name again?
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, what a pretty name. So how can I help you tonight? What promoted you to come tonight?
A very dear friend of mine that passed over a few months back, and I want to know if he's happy, if he has reconciled some things within himself, and if he's been trying to reach me by things in the house.
What, how many months ago?
Last July,
Last July. What's his first name, please? What people call him?
Mel.
Oh, man, I love this stuff. He's talking so fast I could hardly slow him down. Wasn't he a quieter man? Well, he's sure not now. I tell you, he's all over my face here. He said that you thought it was your idea to come here tonight. It wasn't. Slow down, Mel. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's overload. Hold on a minute. It doesn't happen too often. I'm hearing chuckling. I'm so tickled that she thinks it's me. I come and go, so he's not always in your house. I'm running from place to place. That's my word of how he is interpreting his traveling from place to place, visiting people. It's like he's skipping, like he's jumping back and forth. He's showing me that. I had the sense that a mother vibration greeted him. Whether it was mother or someone he loved like mother, I'm not sure. Okay? Is his mother in spirit?
Yes.
Okay. So a mother that's why I want to say mother vibration greeted him. Is he working through some of the issues? I get a yes or no on that. I get a yes or no. Some of the things he's having a hard time looking at. I don't know what that means. You have any idea?
No,
Okay.
I would need a little bit more with that.
Pardon me?
I would need a little bit more.
I don't want to say, I'm getting yes and no. When you were saying what you were saying, he was answering me.
Oh,
And then he put his face in mine and he started talking. And it's like he's so excited to be able to communicate through me. And they do this once in a while. What happens, they almost a transfiguration happens. They rush right to me, and I feel the pressure all in my face. So it's like you put too much pressure on me. I can't slow down. I can't even hear you. I want to say he's very tickled to be in spirit. More enlightened than I thought I would be. Whatever that means.
I can believe that.
Okay. Then I hear, I'm looking at my issues. Some of them I can't deal with or can't look at. And that's what I get. Okay? So I don't know what that means to you, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a laugh and a chuckle, but not a, because I think he was a quieter person. When you say things about your house, I heard a laugh and a chuckle. I want to say words to the fact, I'm as abruptive or mischievous as I can think of.
That could be.
And so whatever that means, I don't know. The analogy I want to say, remember in the movie Ghost when the guy's in the tunnel, the subway, and he's learning how to kick the coin? They have to learn how to process and do, and for all the energy he can create, he's doing whatever he can. All right, do you understand that?
Yes.
Because I believe that when they first pass, they have to learn how to do that. Another thing, too, is I know that their energy, when they first pass, and we're only talking July, to them there's no time. Their energy is thicker than, and more dense than when they're there for a while. It's like they resonate closer to our vibration, yet they're still in a different space. Do you understand?
Yes.
And he's showing me that, and he's telling me, he says, it's all I can do to get around. I'm doing it as fast as I can. Yeah, okay? So they have to learn the process, but they also accept being there and the feeling of being there. And he's dealing with a lot of stuff. He tells me his mind just rolls over and over, whatever that means to you, okay? So I know he's doing well. He's tickled to be there, okay? Did he die of an accident, or did he? Why was he surprised? What was going on?
Why was he surprised?
What was it?
You mean because of the accident?
I just have a sense of accident, and I'm here. What was his means of death?
He had a stroke and a heart attack on the freeway.
Oh,
And when this occurred, he drove his pickup tried to get to the right without hurting anyone.
right. He says, I feel like he was alive.
He was.
Oh, okay.
Then he went down an embankment, and CHP was very shocked that the truck had not turned over. It should have. But he's an experienced driver, and he was still holding the truck upright with all it went through. And they had to get him out with the jaws of life type of thing.
You be okay how
A
he...
lot happened around that incident.
The accident, let's see, how I word this. What was his name again?
Mel.
Mel?
Mhm.
He says he was alive.
Yes, he was.
Okay. I don't get that he would have survived, but I feel like he would have survived if he had not had the accident.
He,
Like they took too long to get to him or something,
yes,
something.
it did. That's
Okay.
another thing, but I have some kind of personal ideas about
Yeah.
why this occurred.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We don't need to go, yeah.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
It's. I was wondering if he knew what I put into his suit.
To be buried in? I don't hear the answer. But as soon as you said the suit, he said the one I was buried in. So he must know, but I'm not hearing it, dear.
Okay, that's all right. That's fine.
Okay. Button, button. Who's got the button? Do you know what that means? He's playing a game with me. Why are you doing this? Might being a tease. See, I don't understand this. Okay, was he a tease in life?
Not really.
button. He's got. I don't understand.
He could be at times, but the fact that he was quiet,
Mhm.
but he could do to you just like what you said. When he's excited about something, then he speaks a lot.
Yeah. Well, I got a whole face full.
Really fast when he gets excited, so that was very much like him.
Yeah. Good, because I thought, wow, in spirit he really changes. Usually when they go from the flesh right into spirit, it takes a while for them to lose a lot of their ego. So when I realized he was quiet in the life, and then he does this in spirit, I go, geez. But that's not like unlike his personality in life. So I'm glad. So, but he asked me another question.
Let's see. I just was hoping that some of the things that bothered him in life were reconciled for him now.
I don't get all of it. He's
And
still
he
dealing.
may be too newly passed over to be able to adjust yet.
Like I said, he is adjusting. He is adjusting. He is taking care of visiting and playing and being. He's not necessarily looking at all his issues. The one thing I got was that he was surprised with the accident, and he says, I think I would have lived if I hadn't been in the accident. That's his impression.
I don't feel that way.
That's what he feels. That's
Yeah,
because
he would feel that way.
Mhm.
I
So that's why
feel
I got
this was
surprised.
meant to be.
Oh, absolutely. That's right. We all feel that way, but doesn't mean they can't have their own opinion.
No, I see what you're feeling. That concerns me. Because,
Okay.
I think for him that it was better this occurred now, because I think otherwise it would have been a slower death.
Mm. Oh,
and
yeah.
He
I
would
can.
not have been able to have coped with some of the things that might have happened to him.
Yeah, I got
If
that
that
too.
makes sense.
Yeah, because a stroke would have disabled him.
Yes,
Yeah, I got that. Okay.
and he couldn't have handled that.
Right. I agree. I agree.
Um,
We got to go on, dear. Okay. All right. Now, yes, go ahead.
They were saying button, and I was getting like a medallion, something like that. Did you put something
I
like
thought
a
it was a crystal,
medallion
but
or
I don't want to
something?
guess. What was it, dear?
What?
What was it you put in his suit?
I put a picture,
Hmm.
some prayers, and a lock of hair, and a message.
See? It always curious me. If I don't get anything at all, I'm always surprised. They don't show me a picture.
Yeah, was there something round in some of the stuff you put in there?
Yes, there was a little medal.
Okay, the medal is
in
what
with
I
the
was thinking.
cards, yes.
Was it like a medallion?
Yes, it would
Catholic
have been.
medallion or something like that?
Mhm.
Okay.
It was a spiritual.
Because that was
medallion.
bothering me, I had to ask. Okay. That one I got.
You got that one. I don't like it looking unless I get it from them because I don't want to guess. You know, I mean, not that we're doing that, but the other day a lady called me about a lost ring. Boy, did I get the lost ring! I got it big, I got it old, I got a big flat stone in it. Bingo! End of story. I got it. Put it over there. And then sometimes people ask me about something lost, and I don't get a thing. I don't understand this, you know. So I feel like what we're supposed to know, we're going to know right off, you know. So I think he was real pleased with the stuff you put in his pocket.
Yeah, he would have been.
Because I got that button. Who's got the button? You know, like, give me a story here. Now, what about these girlfriends here in front? You came in and acknowledged your friend here. You know this girl here?
I sure do.
And what's her name? What's your name?
I'm Pat.
Hi, glad to meet you, Pat. You know this crazy lady here, huh?
She gave me your book to read. And somebody else gave me a paper of that you were going to be here tonight. So I guess I'm meant to be here.
Oh. And like you thought it was your idea to be here
That
tonight.
was my idea, yeah.
I've had this happen quite a few times where people think it was my idea. It's like I drove into this parking lot, the church over there, thought it was my idea. No, the steering wheel moved. And if they ever make a story in my life, they better have that steering wheel moved because I wasn't doing it. In fact, I had my hand on reverse. I was ready to back out, and this man come out and said, "Ah, don't leave." I go, "Ah!" I want to leave. So, Pat, it's nice to meet you tonight.
You too.
What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I feel that there's someone with me all the time. In fact, earlier I felt
Hands on your shoulder.
hand on my shoulder.
Yeah, I got it too. You're really, I want another thought here. We were talking about past people in the past telling us what we were in this lifetime, and the girl back there was the politician. And she says, funny that Mickey turned to her and said, by golly, you were a politician. The lady behind you said that you've had lives together, but not necessarily in this lifetime.
The lady behind you?
The one's hand shoulder on your shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Okay.
So I think that some of the people that are our spirit guides are not necessarily our family peoples. Like was it your family member that said to you that you were a politician in a past life?
You said it was an uncle?
Uncle said that. So even though they didn't have a past life together, he wanted me to tell her, well, you're a politician in this lifetime. Okay? The woman that's behind you was your mother in a past life. And she's not necessarily this lifetime born, but she is your personal guardian or guide for this lifetime. She says she loves you, and you are her daughter. And you decided, arbitrarily to the way she feels and thinks, you jumped into another lifetime really quick. So she's here to protect you. Those are not my words. Okay? So being a little impatient, you hurried back and wanted life again.
Mm-hmm.
So you jumped in this life. I'm not being told how soon you passed and then came right back.
I was a child, right?
I'm just been telling her, and yeah, were you a child? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
This is your mother, dear.
Okay.
From that lifetime, when you left as a child too quick and jumped into this one.
Uh-huh.
This is your mother, and she wants you to know that she's still guiding, protecting you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that feeling. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, did you have a perception about this person behind you? You want to ask me? Did you see who this is your mother, or you see this as somebody?
No, I just recently took a past life regression class, and that's why
Uh-huh.
that clicked.
That clicked, and so you saw yourself dying at an early age?
I wished myself dead at about 12.
12. And what era was this? Do you remember?
No, I just
What time
know that
frame?
we were
Very modern?
Poor. Very poor. We went to bed hungry every night. So I wished myself dead.
Yeah. So we could be talking the 30s of the Depression. See? Or even the early war years. You look pretty young. So, 10 years is a pretty short span to jump right into another lifetime. And the sense I get, I think your mother died shortly after you did in that lifetime. Okay? But I'm not being told. I want to say something. I hear disease. I don't hear accidental death or forced death. But I want to say something. I want to say consumption, but I'm not sure if I want to say that. I don't know how you died, but I'm telling you how she died.
Oh.
Okay? I'm not getting that, but she died shortly after you did. Okay? She loved you, so that's why I'm telling you. Maybe that's why you went to past life and showed up tonight, so that you have the life forces connection there. Okay? I don't hear father or family from that life around you, just the mother.
I don't remember that either.
Just the mother.
Mhm.
Ask me some questions, Pat.
I'm curious about my father, who's passed.
In this lifetime,
Yes,
when did he leave?
about 3 years ago.
Gee, I didn't pick up a man around you at all, just a woman.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name?
Arthur.
Art?
Sorry.
There he is, over there. That direction. It's interesting when you watch me look at spirits. I can't look over here to see him there. I have to go over here. You'll look at me, look all the room. I didn't say I see him. His energy's that way. And I'm going, which is north? That way?
Pretty close.
So this is northwest.